Go get them. Come on, ladies, the food is being served. Morning. Well, the steer calves just left. They're out in, they probably are at the auction mart already. Tomorrow is a sale. I have the cattle, I asked them they're going to go on the pre-sort sale, and also I asked them to put them on feed as well. Cows are still grazing. Cows didn't even touch that one bale. They touched the other one. That one's probably just ditch hay, which is still okay. But they didn't clean that other bale up. So we're gonna bring the cows home, and we're gonna wean the calves. The rest of the calves that are left here are mostly steer calves. I left a few bulls. I'm gonna leave them here around because bulls are, I've always got people looking for bulls, and so we're gonna keep them out here. Well, I'm gonna bring the herd home, and we're gonna put everything in the corral. We're gonna let the cows back and leave the calves in the corral. We're gonna wean the calves off today. Last couple days when we tagged the calves, what I did is we kept all the calves in the corral, brought their mamas back, and so it wouldn't be as much stress on them. Also got these calves ready for the future, so that they know that they got to go and eat hay, and got their stomachs used to that, because all summer they were on grass, and also they were drinking milk from their mama too. So I want to bring them home, and because I think the weather is supposed to start turning, we'll start putting these cows on the bale grazing soon. The cows seem to be quite happy here. Like I'm very content about this. Chief advisors here. We got to give these mamas a bit of a rest now. Okay, we're gonna let these dogs out. Go get them. Come by. Come by. Oh, wait to me. Come by. Walk up. I think I could let the cows here for a couple more days yet. Oh, they're doing a good job there. Cows have made 100 yards already. I think the cows will go in pretty easy, because I've got a few of the cows that the calves we weaned. Those cows were in the corral. They remember their calves were in the corral there. Dogs have already got them up half the field already. So it's almost half a mile. I've moved these cattle. All I have to do is just drive up behind me, and dogs have kind of taken care of it. But I think it's also helped. I've chased them a couple of times. So they kind of know what they need to do. All right, well, we got some snow here. Got a bale of hay. I was encouraging the bulls when they were here, they could eat that, but yeah, they're not fancy on that hay. That was lowland hay. It was cut late, and I was mostly just going to use it for bedding. Yeah, what I'll do is we'll dry these cows up, and then might just even put the calves back on to the bale grazing. I know it's always a lot easier when you can do it into one herd. What are you waiting for? Hey! The nice thing about cattle, it's a herd mentality. They want to be with the herd. They don't want to be by themselves. So if you have one cow, you should get another cow. But if you have two cows, maybe get four. Because if you're going to look after 4 cows, well, it's just like looking after 10. It's like chickens. If you're going to get one chicken, well, why not get it if you're going to get, you might as well get half a dozen chickens. Well, then if you want half a dozen chickens, why don't you get a dozen chickens? Not, well, get some more chickens. This is actually not working too bad. My dogs, I think, have gone to the red barn already. I wish one of the dogs would have stayed with me, because it really worked good. It looks like these cattle are really getting greasy on their back ends right now. What I mean greasy is that their manure is very thin. This will be pretty good if I can go in there without even being in a warm vehicle right now. Not needing to get out. What if I can call one of the dogs back? Ooh, yeah. Hey, you came back. Good for you. Puppy, who just chased the cattle in, he wants to go in front of the barn because that's where the cattle chute is. Willie's got a little different personality, but this is really good. So what's going to happen, I'm going to take the cows are going to come back out, and then the calves are going to go into the corral. So this 12N is a bull that I kept. He's going to be a bull. We're going to use him for the future. I don't think I'm going to get much stuff on the camera because my batteries really don't do well when it's cold. So I'm going to go park the truck in the shop, and I'll work on getting all these things sorted out. Well, these are some of the cows that are, I have separated the calves. The calves are in here in a corral. They got some real nice grass hay right now. And the cows have mostly actually gone back onto pasture out there to the third cut cover crop. And so yeah, this is going to be home for these calves, I expect, for a little while. These cows are going to go back out into the field. So I'm thinking about 2026 calf crop already. These cows can dry up and get ready for next. Weaned the calves yesterday. Next morning you want to hear the bellowing. That means the bellowing is that the calves didn't get back with the cows. Okay, well, these cattle have enough hay. So I want the bellowing to happen because that tells me that the cows and the calves are separated right now. So this is all good. I think I still got cows that they're still grazing on that third cut. Got a little bit of snow. This is well protected. I think these cows will be happy with the feed they're getting. These cows now don't need the best of feed. Let's go check the chickens. We don't have very many chickens. I don't want very many chickens for the winter time either, because it's they don't produce very much, and I'm feeding them. Still costs me to feed them. Why do I have twine over here? Spotter's working. I gotta put a light bulb down in there sometimes. Morning, chickens. It's got enough food here. You could use some more. Any eggs? Any eggs? Any eggs? Okay, no eggs. Why am I feeding you chickens? For a hobby? Chickens don't have enough sunlight this time of the year, and it's cold for the chickens. Gonna introduce the cows into the bale grazing today, December 10th. Come on, ladies, the food is being served. Well, the cows are fed. I should be good for about 2 or 3 days here now. Just want them kind of get used to everything. Their poop is still pretty good. Grazing the fields will be done. I think we've got too much snow there for them to graze. So I gotta add up another wire up over here. I'm gonna do that right now. And I see that we have a snowy owl out here. Well, this is going to be the normal feeding for the cattle for the next 3-4 months. They're going to go all right through all of this hay. So we sold the calves yesterday, and the market is at a record high right now. I know that it's a record high. Anyways, the last 30 years I've been doing this, and which is good. We're gonna pay some debt off, and yeah, because it has not been an easy go for the last 20 years. 2003 really knocked us on our backs. We had cattle May 21st, 2003. In the morning, you had an asset. In mid-morning, you had a liability. Them cattle weren't worth very much. Cattle were I think they were running right about cows 80 cents a pound. I could be wrong, but then they went all the way down to 10 cents a pound. About May 21st, 2003, we had a cow in this country got detected with BSC, and the border had shut down immediately. That we lost all of our market access, and one of our biggest markets was into the US. Anyways, it's good to see this. Hopefully we can get some young generation moving into this business, taking care of animals, taking care of the land. I'd like to see that. All right, what's my next step? I'm gonna go pick up some square bales from the neighbor, and I'll clean the truck off because the truck is a little bit of a mess in the back. I'm trying these gloves I bought from Costco. They call them work gloves. I've used them for the first half an hour. I got them on high heat. This high heat will last for 2.5 hours. I am not totally convinced yet, but we'll see what happens. Hey Willie, do you know that it's 14 more days and it'll be Christmas? Well, today is Thursday. This is 3 days later after I weaned the calves. Everybody is quiet. The cows came home for water. I think they have enough hay out there at the Bale Grazing. Bale Grazing's way out there. Not really much noise happening. These are the replacement heifers. Some small steers here I didn't decide to ship, but we'll put a little bit of weight on them and they'll go next month. I gotta set up the portable windbreaks. In order to do that, there's a couple of windbreaks that need to be welded. Well, looks like the cows are getting some pretty good feed. Just kind of looking at the neon. So yesterday afternoon I was checking the well, our toilet didn't want to flush properly, so I thought, oh yeah, sometimes it happens. So you take a plunger and usually that will help. So then I just thought I better go check the sewer. Anyways, I get around the sewer. I didn't have to go very far, and the sewer itself, all the sewage was coming up, so couldn't figure out why it was so full. And there's a compartment there that's the gray water, so the gray water wasn't coming out. So we do have a pump out sewage pump out for gray water, which is about 300 feet away from the house. House is behind me. It's actually up over here. And I was trying to figure out what is going on. So first of all, there's a couple of things that are going through my head. There's a magpie nest over there. So I thought, did the pump go? So anyways, I got a sump pump and I was just draining out the gray water. In the meantime, I'm bringing hot water out to the sewage here. What I did is I put a whole bunch of hay around here now. So hopefully now it'll be okay, it won't freeze. And so what was happening, I don't know. Anyways, well, I got water down there, never did freeze. Got down to about minus 17 last night. And so we'll see what happens. And hopefully now it won't freeze. But I know in the past what I've done is always had hay around here, never had any issues with it. And I'm not sure if the water's supposed to go down in there, but the water is probably fairly high right now. So anyways, I've got all this hay around here, so I think I should be okay. And but what I did is I took a piece of rebar and I knocked it down, and I could feel, oh, there's ice in there. And so anyways, I went down to the center one here, and I could turn it, did that, and then I could feel there was ice in there. Then all of a sudden, you know, I took the rebar, I took this elbow off, put the rebar down in there, I have to make sure that I didn't lose it. And I could feel ice. So anyways, I felt I broke it, and then nothing's happening. Then the water would come up a little bit, but not overflow, and then so I had to break it. I had to break it a few times, and then the water did come up, and then it started coming out. So I guess the issue was it was frozen there. So I thought, how long has this been running, and could I burn my pump out? You know, there's a possibility I could burn the pump out, because you know we're looking at it. It's how long we've been in the house? We've been in the house since 6 years. So not expecting these pumps to last very long. Well, they got the length of their life. So is that what they mean by lifetime warranty? I don't know. So anyways, it's got it working. I had other plans yesterday and we had to cancel the plans, and you always want to do the things that need to be done. You do these things, and you know, doing chores yesterday, oh, we got to leave by a certain time. I think it was 45 minutes I got it in, and I came in and said, oh, plenty of time. By the time I get to change, have some bite to eat. But yeah, what I did is I put a sump pump down in here into the gray water and just let it leak out over here. You can see where it leaked out. So I always get a plumber to do these things, but then they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. They can finish this hay, they can get at it, and I'll plug the tractor in. And it's pretty sad that I have a heated shop and I have to have my tractor plugged in. It starts, but a lot of smoke comes out of it. It doesn't start very good. Okay, well, they'll finish that off. The calves are really quieting down since Monday. Today is Friday. That's 4 days ago. So we'll see how the cows have eaten. I gave them 13 bales of hay the other day, but it is a little bit windy out here. We'll get the cows to hang out at the portable windbreaks. I'll give them one more windbreak here. All right, we still got feed for them. a couple of windbreaks here at the start. Or I'll bring another one here. Cows still have some food there. Probably some bales that aren't real good, but these are dry cows. What I mean dry cows, that they have no calves in them. They can get a little more, hey, there you are. They get a little more quality feed. Okay. Well, it was minus 28 last night Celsius. One of our buildings, the water froze. Not completely. My mother's house trailer there. Yeah, so a few years ago the water froze in there because we didn't have very much heat in there, and so now I guess it freezes there. It's I know where it's freezing, and so hopefully I can get that fixed. Week has been an interesting week. It's been getting colder. We weaned the calves off, and we had a couple of issues. Our sewage pump out had froze this week, but I got that thing going, and what I did is I put a pile of hay around there. And also we did have a little bit of issue with some frozen water in the house trailer, and kind of got that going. I'm still working on that. So we have running water. It's just that nobody can take a shower in there because I took the bathtub out, and for some reason there was a little bit of a leak in there, and it made all the insulation kind of matted, and also it made a hole that we had some cool air getting into there, so it did freeze some of the pipes. So we got all that going again. And so yeah, there's always things to do here, and you know, you just kind of go in you roll with the punches, and you make it all work. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright. There's a little guy over there. Still a little bit on the shy side. Hey, Ringo. Slow down. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Snowy Owl. You know what gender you are.